I was thrilled when tonight's guest of honour agreed to attend. I raced against him a little bit when I did my comeback. I've raced against his brother for quite a few years, and I was also lucky enough to race against his dad, who was my childhood hero anyway. So from watching him as a nipper, playing in the mud at the pits at various different tracks, watching him move on to race in the V8s and have a very successful hot stock career. The family are regarded by many in oval racing as the top family in oval racing. The record of all of them speaks for itself. Unfortunately, Stuart had an accident this year, and at the back end of the year, which curtailed his season really, and probably cost him the chance of a silver roof. Sorry I rubbed that in, Stuart. But I am so pleased to see him here tonight, and looking so well, to be honest, which is great. So, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the 2018 Bristol F1 World Champion, Stuart Smith, Green Mountain. What we do is we call them up and Paul will hand you a trophy and then you shake hands and get your mugshot taken. Alright? So there's a few to get through, as you can see, so we're going to crack on straight away. But as I say, really chuffed that Stuart has made it, especially obviously once he got hurt, I was never thought about this, but yeah, fair enough. But the main thing was that, you know, I messaged him a couple of weeks afterwards and said, you know, you're all right, everything, and he's been very supportive of us by agreeing to come, and as I say, I'm chuffed a bit, so he wants to say a few words anyway, so let him have a few at the start.
Just quickly, I just want to thank Ian and everybody involved for inviting me and my wife Katie. It really is an honour to be here. I wish I could say that I've raced a stock car, but I don't think I've fit in one, to be honest. Secondly, I am alright, so you don't need to ask me all night, I'm fine. And I can never be here now, so I'm even better. Listen, have a good night tonight afterwards. I'm sure the party will be swinging later on if Ian's got out to do with it. So we'll be cracking. Thank you.
So we'll start with the track championships, and we'll start with Aldershot. The juniors this year were sponsored by the Global Group, and Aldershot is a fantastic little track for us, and it just really suits us. There were some really impressive drives in both the juniors and the seniors. In the juniors, really, this is where Bradley's season started to kick off. In the seniors, it was business as usual. So your 2018 Junior Aldershot Track Championship is 468 Bradley Cooper. And as we said, in the seniors, retaining his title is 295 V Danny Nunn. So we move on to Birmingham. And for this one, the juniors were sponsored by 468 Racing and the seniors by So-and-So Embroidery. Once again, Birmingham was the mainstay of our fixtures, and there was some really great racing there throughout the year. The Sky Direct British that was held there was a great race for the seniors. But in my opinion, the juniors once again stole the show. So, the 2018 Senior Track Champion is once again the Danny Nunn. And in the juniors, and retaining his title, was 59 Conor Benstead. So, on to Buxton. The Buxton Juniors were sponsored by CWS and the Seniors by Rocket Rosettes. It's always a pleasure to race at Buxton, and again it produced some great racing in both of the formulas. It also, as usual, produced a few sore heads throughout the night and a few private bits during the Naked Grand National, which those that aren't involved will know what that is about. But now they've got floodlights, it looks like that might be a thing of the past, the Naked Grand National. So, unfortunately, we'll have to see what Matt does. I'm not going around there naked if he's got a light switch to floodlight, anyway. So, in the juniors, after a very impressive season this year, stepped up no end from how he raced in the previous years. It's 257, Ben Lim. And once again in the seniors, and again retaining his title, no surprises, the Danny Nunn.
Stay up there, Dan.
So, 2018 saw our return to Mildenhall after a year away. We were scheduled for 3 meetings. The first was cancelled, the second was a cracker, and the third was a bloody nightmare. So, both the juniors and the seniors were sponsored by Deb's Delicious Cakes for this one. I have to say, it was a credit to you all, the fact that we had very few complaints after that very last meeting. So, your 2018 Mildenhall Junior Track Champion is 468, Brad Cooper. And in the seniors, I think there'll be a popular winner. Unfortunately, yeah, he's hanging up his helmet at the minute, but it's 238, Kane Morgan. So, moving on to Northampton. Don't worry, there are not many more tracks. Northampton was something new for everyone, with a new shale surface. Unfortunately for us, it was pretty much perfect on the day that we raced. A lot of other formers had a lot of problems. In fact, it was probably smoother than when we raced on it as tarmac with having no suspension. So, both the juniors and the seniors were sponsored in this one by Concept Smokescreen. And in the past, this has pretty much been Conor Benstead's track, but the minute they put shale down, we all knew that that was going to change. So, despite some of Conor's best shale racing this year, our predictions were correct. In the seniors, it was all to play for, and to everyone's amazement, you'll find out in a second who won it. But anyway, on to your junior track champion for 2018 at Northampton, it's 750, Anna Andrew. So as I say, the seniors was a real surprise, and I'm pretty sure this is probably his first ever Shale Award. It's 295, the Danny Nunn. So, Skegness. Once again, both classes in this were sponsored by Brian Watson, a long-time stock car fan. And he's sponsored Skegness for us for quite a few years now. And this is quite often a lot of people's highlight of the year for us, with us having 3 meetings there and the Skeggy Treble, which again didn't disappoint this year. Even though we had a bit of rubbish way when it came to the gold tops. The Friday night barbecue was packed and a great atmosphere. With both last year's winners both moving on to pastures new, there's going to be 2 new faces on the trophies this year. And despite the disappointment of his drive in the junior gold, the Skegness Junior Track Champion is 468, Brad Cooper. And in the seniors, after a clean sweep in the wet and proving that the ladies can do it just as well as the men, our second lady winner of the night, 313, Sarah Royal. So, the last of the track championships. Stoke Seniors was sponsored by Team Fenny and the juniors by Aspect Autos. The Sunday Stokes once again had the inclusion of the F2 Micros, which made Sundays a lot better with a little more time between the races. The Micros will be with us again next year, so we look forward to having them there. The racing at Stoke was once again unpredictable, to say the least, but the lower graders often get a good points all round Stoke. In the juniors, and upholding the family tradition, the junior track champion is 21 Alex Butcher. So, on to the seniors, and this one was actually a tie. So, when it comes down to a tie, we go back to final wins, and if they're tied on final wins, we then go back to heat wins. So, it was a tie between 229 Joe Higgins and number 8 Matthew Lloyd. On the count back, your 2018 Stoke Senior Track Champion is 229 Joe Higgins. So we're going to move on to the main awards. You need a chair yet, Stuart, or you? So we're going to move on to the senior awards. And unbeknownst to you lot, one of the reasons we haven't got Dave Goddard here this year is that I'm going to get each of you to say something after you get your trophy. So, we're going to kick off the Josh Rogers Memorial. Josh was one of our drivers who, sorry, it gets me emotional this. Obviously he passed away as a young lad. We decided to dedicate the first final of the season to him. It was a cracking race with a worthy winner, so come on, Kelvin Lim 257. Well, you're not getting away, Kelvin. Right, come on, over here. So, quite an emotional race to win.
Yeah, pretty much. And we all raced with Josh. We knew it when something what happened, and I'm just proud and honoured to be the first winner. So.
Thank you. Kelvin Lim. So, the I Factor Finals, which is always the feature at the last Birmingham meeting of the season. Both were good races with lots of action throughout the pack. In the juniors, a great drive from Thomas Brighton, saw him get up to third. In second was the ever-improving Anna Andrews. And your 2018 I Factor champion is 59, Conor Benstead. Right, whoa. Whoa. So, Connor, go on then. A good end to your season?
Yeah. It was a decent season, so to end it like that was just brilliant.
Well done, young man. In the seniors, the third went to defending champion Joe Higgins. In second was Kelvin Lim, who ended on a high note again. And after years of missing out on this one, the 2018 I Factor champion and also the winner of the Champion Champs race is 295, the Danny Nunn. Oh. Don't give him any drinks before we get to the speeches. I went to his wedding, remember? So, Danny, another title to add to the list?
Yeah, World Shuffle bit, because I always keep missing that one. Always want to win it, so it's just another one to add. So I'm retired soon now.
Right, cheers, Danny. Well done, mate. So, now we're on to the Grand National Championship, which is sponsored by Fly Signs. This takes into account all the points that are scored in the Grand Nationals. We didn't actually run very many this year, so it'll come as no surprise that the Grand National Champion is 295, Danny Nunn.
Just move your chair.
I'm still going to get more words out of you, so come on. Right, so is that one that you've won before, Danny?
No, never.
So another title to add.
Yeah.
So Shale and now that. That Shale Shifters is the one, isn't it, next?
Next year, this year.
This year. Right.
Have a drink.
So, talking of the Shale Shifters, it's an accumulation of all points scored on Shale throughout the year. The juniors were sponsored by R.R. Andrews Bulk Haulage and the seniors by J.C. Paynes. In the juniors, it couldn't have been a closer battle. It was actually, again, a tie on points between Bradley Cooper and Alex Butcher. But unfortunately, same as the seniors, one of them doesn't win it, so it comes down to feature wins. So the 2018 Junior Shale Shifter Champion is 21 Alex Butcher. Come on, Alex, you're not getting away here again. So, a successful end to your junior career as you're stepping up to the seniors next year. You're looking forward to racing against Dad?
Yeah, looking forward to beating him.
I was just going to ask the question, if he's in front of you, if he manages to get past you because you'll be running from the white, are you going to do him on the last bend?
Yep.
So, in the series, he was also close and went down to the last Shale meeting of the year at Milden Hall, with a best lap time on the day of 1 minute 34 seconds. The 2018 Shale Shifter is 229 Joe Higgins.
That was funny, but...
So, Joey, close one at the end of the day?
Yeah, to be fair, the title I never thought I was actually going to win, and well, I wasn't even going to go out for last meeting, it was that bad, and well, it was shocking really, to be honest. It didn't end very well, but it made up for it, didn't it?
Yeah, well done, mate, so thank you. Right, so both the Ashveld Ace Championships were sponsored by Buxton Raceway, and it won't come as much of a surprise who the winner is in either of them, to be honest. So, in the juniors, and after 5 years of trying to get his name on one of the major trophies, this year he's done it. Your 2018 Junior Ashveld Ace is 468, Brad Cooper. Okay, Brad, this way. Oi! So, Brad, it's taken a while to get that first major championship.
Yeah, it's been a tough 5 years, but it's finally got it.
Been a good year this year, though.
Yeah, definitely. What best year ever.
Well done, Brad. Well done, mate. Right, in the seniors, once again becoming boring and retaining his title for the 4th time is 295 the Danny Nunn. Right, Danny, so another great tarmac season again.
Yeah, I really love the tarmac, so yeah. We should give it a shout.
I don't think Chris Butcher will agree with you. Well done, Danny, a great year again. So, this year we introduced the Grand Prix series into the juniors, which was kindly sponsored by Colin North at 10 Tools, who was a great supporter of ours. He put up some great prizes for this one, and it was great to see the lower graders in the juniors battling hard to try and get the title. 52 Owen Strong and 260 Chester Love really had a cracking battle between them and fought hard for it, right down to the last meeting at Birmingham. So in third place and receiving a superb set of 10 tools Allen keys is 468 Bradley Cooper. You'll have to show your dad what you do with them because he hasn't got a bloody clue. And I'll let you sit down for this one, Brad. Alright? In second place and receiving a set of 10 tool spanners is 260 Chester Love. So your winner and receiving a 10 tool socket set and the right to carry the checkered front wing for 2018, your 10 tools Grand Prix champion is 52 Owen Strong. Oh, lucky Owen, over here. Right, lovely young man, such a polite young man, and what the juniors is all about. So at the end of the day, it was a good battle between you and Chester.
Yeah, just tried to don't say really.
Not a man of many words, but really pleased for you, and it was a lovely clean battle between the pair of you. Well done. So, in the seniors, the Grand Prix Championship was sponsored by James Thacker at CBP. And this is for that rather unique melted down BAR F1 car that we presented to the actual winner. Again, it was a great season end battle, but that white top bandit Russ Sumner and 997 Luke Webb had a great battle. So, in third place, managing to just keep the old pacemaker wound up, and he got there for third, is Danny's dad, Carl. Just stay up there, Carl. We're going to get a picture of the top three for this one. I should have done it with the juniors, but we'll get that later. So, as I say, great battle in the end, and in second place, taking up the runners-up spot is 997 Luke Webb. Side of set, once you've got the picture taken. So as I said, a bit of a white top bandit really, but you know, all credit to him, he did it, and he worked hard to get the trophy, and I've been told that this is 111 Russ, not Lee, Sumner. Right, don't you be walking off. Let's have a couple of words with you then, Russ. So we're going to see you a bit more of you next year, or are you going to be helping Wim and try and defeat this bloke next year?
Hopefully, try and do a bit more, really.
So, as I say, obviously we always used to get you and your brother mixed up, but now he's retired, it's not so bad, and a nice win for you there, yeah?
Oh yeah, very happy with the win.
Well done, Rose. Thank you very much. Stand to the side, we'll have a top three, please. All coming and just have a quick top three of that, if you don't mind. Right, thank you, gentlemen. Right, another new championship that we introduced this year, mainly as a bit of fun. The Stage Tech sponsored New Zealand style Teams Champs. I think this was definitely one of the success stories of the year, and a big congratulations to everyone that sponsored it and everybody that took part. The Fen Warriors, the Barmy Army and the Casual crew. I think a few people were a little bit tentative for the first year and didn't know quite what to expect. But as from the opening race, Mr. Fenton put the cards on the table, I think, basically. And we all suddenly realised that it was going to be a little bit more serious. But it did prove that it wasn't just about burying people, there was actually a bit of skill needed. So the final was a great race to watch, and I should know because I only lasted quarter of a lap and got to watch it all. So the event, microphone, the mic's gone dead good. Oh, it's back now. Right. So the eventual winners being Billy Higgins, Joe Higgins, Paul Higgins, and me, the Barney Army.
Great!
We beat you. No, it was brilliant, and I look forward to doing it next. It really was good. So the award now is for the best junior newcomer. This award is decided by Paul and myself, and with quite a few new faces in the juniors, it was always going to be a tough one. Young Aidan Grindy and Joshua Johnson both stepping up from the superb Micro F2 formula. Luke Taylor and Harvey Wells both having some good runs. And then Oliver Wadsworth and Tom Butterfield towards the end of the year gaining in confidence and speed. 750 Anna Andrews was certainly took the battle to the boys, and Thomas Brighton turned out to be an absolute star. After much debate, it came down to the three main contenders, which was Thomas Brighton, who'd never actually raced anything in his life previous to getting in his kart, and he impressed all year long with his smooth driving. A similar thing with Hannah, although she can reverse a 40-foot Arctic into a spot that most of the professional drivers won't do. And she rolled on her debut, first time at Skeggy, and that didn't put her off. And the third driver is Aidan Grindy, who was the early season sensation and won the junior gold top at the first attempt. In the end, and it really was a tough choice, I have to be honest, but the best junior newcomer for 2018 is 355 Aidan Grindy. Come on, where do you think you're going? So, you've had a cracking season, haven't you, Aidan?
Yeah, sorry.
I think it's a bit of a shy one. So, next year, your gold tops, where is it?
Stoke,
And you'll be fancying that then?
hopefully.
Good lad, thank you, Aidan. Right, so we then now have an award that is the drive of the season. This is one that I personally decide, and it's not always about the winner. Cases that come to mind are Graham Wheat in the feature at the last Buxton, probably one of the best drivers of his career. At the same meeting, Alistair Houghton, who came from the back when the yellows were out and the reds were all up the front, and he still managed to win the race. Jack Atkinson at his first win after much trying at Northampton. Amy Havercroft for her clean sweep at at Buxton. Joe for his gold top drive. Rob Key for his gold top drive. And Sarah for her clean sweep up at Buxton. So, also in there is young Alex Butcher, who did the same thing at Stoke. One of the main contenders, though, has to be Mark McCann's attempts to retain his gold at Mildenhall after breaking his back in a freak accident at Stoke. People don't actually realise the obstacles I put in his way to stop him racing. Not just me, insurance, etc., but I put a lot of obstacles in his way because I didn't want him out on the grid, in all honesty. But he matched all those and he came through. But he is not the winner. The drive of the season for me was this driver's drive in the feature at the Skegness Junior Gold Top meeting. Not in the Junior Gold Top, but in the feature at that meeting. He'd had a great race in the Junior Gold Top, and he won it. But in the next race, he started from the very, very back, and he drove past every one of them. Just unbelievable drive. So drive of the season is a junior this year. It's 355 Aidan Grindy. Go on, you've got to say a few words again. So that was a special meeting for you that day, wasn't it? I think it's one you'll never forget, Aidan.
Yeah,
Good lad, I think that's about all we're going to get out. He's worse than Pete Foley. So well done, Aidan. Right, so now we move on to the awards that you, the drivers, actually vote for. And we'll start with the unluckiest driver, or as it's better known, the wooden spoon. A lot of drivers getting votes in this, most of them are the usual suspects and a few new ones thrown in. On one vote each, Steve Robbo, AJ Hemingway, Dave Grindy and Tim Faultless. On 2 votes we had Kirsty Morris. On 3 votes we had Matthew Fenton, Blue Whitaker and Matthew Lloyd. But in 3rd place with 4 votes we have Mark McCann. In 2nd with 7 votes, the perennial trier and almost as chaotic as me, Graham Wheat. And your winner with 9 votes is 816 Mark Lawson. Where is he? I've seen him. Bloody sod's law. This is get your dad out here. I hope you've wiped your hands before Stuart shakes Right, you just won't be the crappiest driver on the grid. Go and shake his hand. Right. Go on, Mark. Well done, mate. You put a tremendous effort in, running basically 3 of you. You know, you really do. But on the plus side, if you look at that trophy, last year's winner, Joe Higgins, won the gold this year. So you never know. So.
Thanks for this. Speaks to us, I think.
Yeah, well done. You've done a great job keeping all 3 of you on track. Well done, Mark. So we move on to the entertainer of the year. 9 drivers picking up votes in this one. With 1 vote each, we've got Joe Higgins and Tim Faultless. With 2 votes, Steve Robinson and Matthew Lloyd, Dex Linden, Mark McCann and Matthew Fenton. In 3rd place with 4 votes was Nathan Toppy. In 2nd with 5 votes, again 2nd, Graham Wheat. And the winner with 11 votes, Danny's dad, Carl.
Oh, it's just got to speak that much.
So, Carl, let's have a quick word with you as well. Try not to be too controversial with this, but obviously you didn't have a trouble-free season as I had to ban you a couple of times, but obviously everybody thought it was, they obviously enjoyed your driving style, but you are just 100% committed driver and you just enjoy your racing.
Yeah, just rough and ready, keep it going. Nice squashed roof, it all looks good, doesn't it? Carried on after rolling with Buxton, we finished in 7th. Yeah, it's all good.
Good man. Well, it seems the driver certainly enjoyed your racing style. Thanks a lot, Carl. So we move on to the best presented car. Some nice looking cars again. There's some nice presented cars again this year, so plenty to choose from. With 1 vote, and I think this must be an F1 fan, Nathan Toppy for his Dave Mellor replica. With 2 votes each, Mark McCann and Dave Grindy. Tied on votes with 3 each were Conor Benstead, AJ, and one that he's been trying for years and still not won it, Danny Nunn. In joint second, tied on 7 votes, was Joe Higgins and Liam Powell. And the winner with 8 votes, so he only won it by 1, is 143 Danny Hansford. Come on, Danny. I'm afraid you're going to have to say a few words. The car was stunning, to be honest. You should be proud of it. Obviously, you've now packed in due to business commitments, and so we're not going to be seeing you next year. But have you enjoyed your time?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Obviously Billy saw him in the car, so I've got to give him most of the credit. So that's about it, really.
Okay, well done, Danny. So, the Best Newcomer Award. The votes for this one were pretty spread out this year again. Kirsten Morris got 2 votes. Dave Grindy, Best Newcomer. There's no way to pee. Anyway, Dave Grindy got 3. Sky Evans got 5. Luke Webb and Danny Hansford tied on 6. So your winner, with 13 votes, and he's going to wait standing in front of the microphone, is Nathan Topliff. So, here we go. Right then, young Toppy, let's have a few words out of you. Do I wind you up at the back? Or are you just going to show everybody your lovely stopwatch? It's not a stopwatch, sorry, his pocket watch. He's a cheeky blinder. So, anyway, you've had a good year, Toppy.
Well, it went quite well, didn't it, from the first season in seniors, like that, but we weren't expected to be red. Yeah. Great. I'm happy enough with that.
Well, there you go. Well done, Toppy. So now we'll move on to the big ones. This year's Sky Direct British was held at Birmingham, and the highest point scorer was Joe. And as you know, with ours, the highest point scorer gets to toss the coin, and if you win, start on the front. And if, oh sorry, the highest point scorer is Danny. And if you don't win, you start at the back. Anyway, you won. So it was Danny who took an early lead until the yellows came out, and then on the restart, despite Duddy and Joe's best effort, they couldn't get him, and Danny got the break and went on to take the win and become the first ever double winner of the British Championship. So, the Sky Direct British Champion is Danny Nunn. Stick it on here, Stuart. So, Dan, we've got to have a... You didn't realise it was going to be an all-nighter, didn't you, Stuart? So, Danny, let's still have another couple of words with you. So, right, it's getting a bit boring, actually, but is it time for you to retire yet?
Getting there, I think.
You've got to win that share, haven't you, though?
Yeah. Probably 10 years to get that one, I think.
That's it, I'm going to say I don't think your missus will let you retire anyway. Well done, Danny. So, into the juniors, this was the first time that we'd introduced the British Championship, and this was kindly sponsored by Paul Heath at H2O's Racing. This was held at Stoke. As many expected, Alex Butcher was the highest point scorer, and he won the toss and got to pole. There were some excellent drives throughout the day, with Thomas Andrew, 345, also ended up as second highest point scorer and on the front of the grid. At the drop, it was 21 who took the lead, but plenty of battles throughout the field. Eventually, third place went to 355, Aidan Grindy. In second, thank you. In second, it was Brad Cooper. And your first ever winner of the Junior British is 21, Alex Butcher. So we'll have you again, Alex, play. Right. So I think this is the only title your dad hasn't actually won in the seniors. So are you going to be the first butcher to win it?
Yep.
Yep. Well, that will be a remarkable record to be the first person ever to win it in the juniors and the British. So is that going to be one of your aims?
Yeah, I'll try my best.
Good lad. Well done, Alex. The seniors, the 2018 Andrews of Tideswell National Points Championship was decided with a couple of meetings to go. But it'd been a good campaign and a great battle between Danny, Joe, Alistair and Carl. After mid-season antics, both Carl and Alistair seemed to miss a few meetings, which left it between Joe and Danny, with Carl not far behind. Danny's pure consistency and big improvement in his shale form saw him win the title with a couple of meetings to go. So in third place, Danny's dad, 265, Carl none.
Come on, Dad.
So in second place, stay there while I took a picture of you. In second place was 229, Joe Higgins. And now, a 3 times national points champion, it's 295, the Danny Nunn. Well, that's heavy. And this is the new trophy that we've had made this year. All the names from every previous winner, even when it was before we took over. You might want to see that one on the floor. Do we have a picture of them all?
Oh, it sounded it.
So, well done to you all, guys. And go on, get a picture. Somebody come up the side. Right. Okay, Danny, don't be running off before you pick your trophy up. Come on. So 3 times now. How does this one compare to the others?
Good, everyone's really good. Winning it again's a big achievement, but people are probably getting bored of it.
Yeah, but to be fair, the very first time you won it, you felt that sort of you started the season as although you weren't a superstar, were you? So you wouldn't run the number 1 the following year.
Yeah.
The second time you won it from the back as defending champion, and obviously this time you won it from the back, and I believe you're taking number 1 again next year.
Yeah.
All right, so your 2018 National Points Champion, Danny Nunn. So on to this year's testing. I've got it back right, there we go. So this year, juniors was sponsored by Norman Collier. This year's juniors were sponsored by Kelvin Lim from Concept Smokescreen, and again it was similar to the seniors in the fact that the winner was decided with a couple of meetings to go. Again, a great season in the juniors. Brad, Connor and Alex certainly made it very entertaining. At the start of the season you'd have put it down to a 2-horse race really between Connor and Brad, but a massive improvement in his tarmac form by Alex saw him take the fight to them. In third place, it is 59, Connor Benstead. In second is 21, Alex Butcher. And as I said earlier, after 5 years of not winning anything, a major championship, it is really a great pleasure to say that your 2018 Concept Smokescreen Young Guns champion is 468 Bradley Cooper. Let's have a picture of you. Come around this side, you two, and have a picture of that one, and then we'll have a quick word with Brad. So, Brad, you've got start next season in the Start next season in the juniors, you're going to have to shout for the first month, then moving on to the seniors in the stocks cards, but I believe Rebels is also on the cards.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and yeah, well, Rebels will be our first priority, but I think there's only one meeting that clashes, so it's all good.
Yeah, alright, good. Are you doing the minis at the start of next year?
No, we've sold both the cars now, so only got to wait till, well, in the juniors till my birthday and then.
Well done. Okay, so. So, the Houghton JCB Junior Gold Top was held at Skegness in terrible conditions. The opening laps certainly provided a few scary moments, especially in the mid-pack. The rain opened it up, but the favourites really struggled. One driver though totally relished in the conditions and drove the race of his life, as we said earlier. But eventually, in third place, it was number 2, Finn Robinson. In second, it was 21, Alex Butcher. And the winner of the 2018 Houghton JCB sponsored Gold Top champion is 355 Aidan Grindy. Come in either side. I'm not going to ask you to do a speech this time because this mic's playing up a little bit. Right. So, we now move on to the 2018 Ten Tools sponsored Gold Top meeting for the seniors. This was held for the first time at Mildenhall, and the track looked very sticky, but it soon became clear that there was a lot of grip to be had. An early scary roll for Matthew Lloyd, so a complete restart, and again we had to go cautions early on, and it was Carl Nunn that then led him away, and a very rare mistake by Carl saw him half spinning out, and Kane Morgan was up there running with him. Joe managed to overhaul Kane and take the lead, but it was a very quick Rob Key that looked impressive as he moved through into second. At the drop of the checkered, it was in third, 295, the Danny Nunn. In second, it is 528, Rob Key. And with this one, the winner actually gets, apart from these two trophies, he also gets the personalised toolbox, which we'll unwrap in a second. So, your 2018 Ten Tools Gold Top champion, and receiving his own personalised Ten Tools box, is 229 Joe Higgins. Let's have a picture of what you all around that toolbox, guys, and then for your top. And then we'll call you Joe. Right then, Joe. Been a great year for you in racing, not just in the stocks cars, but obviously with the V8 European. So, how are you going to top that? A great season.
I'm coming for you, Danny, that's all I'm saying. In all seriousness, can I reiterate on what you said earlier? I know you're a bit lost for words, but there was someone that should have been here tonight, good friend of us all, and, well, speaks for itself really, but can we all raise a glass for Josh, please?
Yeah.
For Josh.
For Josh. Thank you, Joe. So, right, what's the sort of final series award of the night? Only a couple more to get through, Stuart. This doesn't carry a roof or alter your grade position, but the one, in my opinion, and quite a few of you, is the greatest award you can get within the sport because it's voted for by your peers and your fellow drivers. You know, these are the guys that you're racing week in, week out. So 238, Kay Morgan received a vote, Carl Munn and Kelvin Lim on 2. Tied in third with 3 votes were Amy, Mark McCann. In second place with 8 votes was the Danny Nunn. And your winner with 13 votes is 229, Joe Higgins. I know everybody thinks that you know beforehand, but obviously we do keep all this quiet, so pleased with that?
Yeah, massively. To be fair, every award that you do, when you sort all the trophies out and everything, I'm one of them. I don't like knowing who's winning what or everything, because well, for me it just spoils it. So, well, to be fair, I had no idea at all. I'm buzzing, to be fair. Can't believe it. Cheers.
First round's on you then, son. Well done, Joe. Right, so we have a couple of special awards now to give out. The first of these is not one that we always present, as we feel there has to be a special reason for doing this. And this is the Sticks Havercroft Good Sportsman Award. I'm going to get emotional again. Old Man Mick was a member of our team for a long time, and he'd do anything for anybody. There's only ever been one previous winner of this award. Part of this is the fact that Stock Carts is a family formula, and it's not all about the winning. Family is a big part of it. You know, we've got a lot of helpers, Mick, Toppy, Stevie, who put a lot of effort in. Julie Fenton with the fundraising, Tina and Dennis for the work behind the scenes. The members of the drivers panel that all put in a lot of time and, you know, have always helped. And they've always done that and taken the best interests of the formula to heart, not necessarily their own personal interests. One act that stood out this year was Chris McDonald. Now, none of you know who the hell I'm talking about, do you? But if I use his name Lurch, you might have half an idea. He was the one that took Mark McCann's transporter back after Mark decided he fancied a visit to the hospital to check that his teeth were still white enough after racing at Stoke. So a great gesture by Lurch and Team 52. But this year we're presenting the award to one of our helpers, a family member of one of the teams who's always there at the end of the race, waiting for the results. She's been helping Julie and others do the footy cards and even making the odd cake or two. The winner of the Sticks Havercroft Good Sportsman Award for 2018 is Charlotte Nunn. As a side to that, Tina, I believe are you there? Tina would like to have a quick something for you as well, Charlotte.
Thank you, Charlotte.
That's for helping out. So well done, Charlotte. I'm not going to get you to take the microphone. You can go and sit back down with the family. So, just another of the sort of fun awards tonight. This is being presented to a driver who's a tremendous amount of enthusiasm for the formula. A driver who is liked by just about everybody, except me, of course. I think he's well. This year he showed tremendous dedication and single-mindedness, someone who could so easily have packed in. Tonight I'm proud to present our specially commissioned award that was made and imported all the way from China. The 2018 Glassback Award goes to 64 Mark McCann. There you go, mate. You can sit back there. Well done, mate. Well done. Right, just one more award to go. I think this might be a popular one amongst many of you. I'm sure it's going to get me plenty of grief on social media. Every time I post something on the Stock Carts page or the registered drivers page, I brace myself. For those of you that are new to the formula, you'll learn to take his post with a pinch of salt. So here it is. He must have worn his old one out. Our special award goes the golden keyboard to Alan Scully Cooper. Oh God, he's actually going to say something. You can type it, Alan, it'll come on big screen.
It's not working, sorry. I don't know what to say, I didn't expect this at all. It's, I hope you've all had a laugh anyway, that's all I'm saying.
Well done, Alan. Anyway, great season for Laura. So, fine. As a way of saying thank you to Stuart for giving up his time to be here, we have one more presentation to make. If our gold top champion Joe Higgins can step up, please. And we'd like you to present Stuart with a small token of our appreciation. Ladies and gentlemen, your guest of honour, Bristol F1 World Champion, Stuart Smith. You can now sit down and have a drink, Stuart, so I'd like to say thank you very much. Right, just a couple of little bits to bring up. Stuart can now come and sit down. We're going to move on to the big money. Right, and it is 304 topic. And Toppy don't even believe drinking, does he? So this is for 100 quid and it's a J816. Juniors is just J468. This is the last one for £100. J, number 2. So, we've now got one draw for £200. I think all the juice have been used up now. For £200, that will be 35 grain wheat. We've got one for £300.
Wow.
It's a J. And it's 997. No, sorry, Dennis, what have you done? It's a J.
He got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
It's me.
Yeah.
No, it is.
It shouldn't have a J on it. It's 997, it's Luke. Right, the final one, which is for £500. Paul, go across to Stuart. Let him have the responsibility. £500. It's a senior. And he's going to be happy. It's 304 Toppy! Oh, we're going to have a party tonight now. So guys and girls, we've still got a few little things to do before you run off. Right? Tina and Dennis, Julie is selling tickets for the Mega Boost raffle. I've got to say, folks, fantastic. Never mind what's on the table, what's on the floor as well. That is one ticket, takes that lot home. That will be drawn towards the end of the night, so don't want people opening it and getting drunk. We're in a licensed premises. So Julie will be coming round and flogging those tickets, okay? Also, Dennis will be at the back of the room. He'll go into that sidebar later and doing a game for all the juniors to take part in, free of charge, but there is a box of chocolates, etc. for them on there. There's a couple of bottles of booze here that we've put up. This is for all you that bought tickets. We're going to pull a ticket number out, and if you couldn't see me, there's a couple of bottles of booze for you. Jackie Morgan. That's on that ticket, so that's the small booze raffle. Right. Finally, on a serious note, right, we're in a licensed premises. We've got a lot of kids here. No underage drinking. They're your kids, they're not mine. I'm not bloody looking after them and I'm not being responsible for them. So, we want you all to have a great night. Later on in the night we'll be doing the draw for the Mega Booze raffle. Very shortly, food's going to be on the go. So thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a great night.